So I'm here a little bit late for the scheduled time, but see, it doesn't matter. So I'm doing a little bit of shopping here, looking for some Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano. I can only find it in blocks, and while that's nice, well, they got Chihuahua cheese. Wow, that's kind of creepy sounding. Cottage cheese. Here we go. Yeah, that would be nasty on a on spaghetti though. No, I don't want Parmesan cheese in a fucking can. See, it's 8 ounces. Well, that's the same price for. Okay. Get two of those later today for dinner. I'm making what's called pasta alla assassina, the assassin's pasta. The story goes that a gentleman was eating in a Italian restaurant and he wanted the cook to surprise him. So the cook made this dish and the customer said it was so good it was like he was trying to kill him. So hence the name Assassin's Pasta. It's you don't boil the pasta. You use diced tomatoes, garlic, oregano, traditional spices. I put some mushrooms in there about halfway through. But you use a watered down diced tomatoes and uh, sauce, tomato sauce, and you actually cook the dried pasta in the sauce in a skillet on the stovetop, and you let it char. You let it blacken and caramelize. So you basically put your garlic and a little bit of the sauce in the pan, get that hot before they put oil in, and then you lay your pasta in it, all like that, just like it had come out of the bag or the box, and you don't disturb it. You put a cover on and you let it cook, and you let that sauce caramelize and thicken and and char and blacken the bottom of the pasta, and then you take either a spatula or I use tongs very carefully. You pick up the pasta and you flip it over. You don't stir it, and then you pour a ladle of the diluted sauce over it, and you let that cook down till it's real thick, and you got another char. Then you flip it again, and you do the same thing until your sauce is done and your pasta is cooked. About three-quarters of the way through, after you've flipped it a couple times, you can stir it a little bit just to make sure that the sauce gets in between the pasta strands. And it is fucking awesome. You don't even need cheese. It's that hearty. It's that rich and thick a pasta. And the pasta has a better flavor because it's absorbed all those flavors into it while cooking. Instead of just water getting sucked up into it, you get the juices, the acids from the tomatoes, the sweetness. You get the garlic flavor. It's just a really good way to cook pasta. And it really doesn't take that much longer than it would if you boiled the pasta. Because you got to wait for it to cook, and then you got to cook the sauce. Then you got to put the two things together, and it's just a lot quicker, a lot more convenient, and I think it tastes better. So anyway, enough with that. Brian's Logic put out a a video called Tangent Levels, LOL. So he obviously still doesn't understand how fucking geometry works, how physics works. So we're going to review this.
Okay, it is going to be hopefully a very quick video. Just this is purely aimed towards our opposition and the fact that there's a group of adults out there who don't understand what no point higher or lower than another, that being level, means and is.
You know, we understand it perfectly, Brian. You fucking don't. So you don't understand what. See, you miss out that you miss the second half of that fucking thing, right? You miss the second half of that. So the first half he gets right, right? No part higher or lower than each other. But then he completely misses the second half of that, which is parallel to the curvature of the uh, Earth's surface, Earth's waters. Hey, you roll Cygnus. So he's a cherry picking piece of shit who deliberately cherry picks because he knows that if he says the second part of that, just completely destroys his argument. But he also doesn't understand reference frames. What reference frame are we in right now, guys? Hey, Stanley. Would that be like the fucking moon? The ISS out in space? Yes, that's what this reference frame represents. What he's drawn here. That's what this reference frame represents. So he's just fucking ignorant. He doesn't understand reference frames, how shit changes depending on how you look at it. So anyway. Oh yeah, by the way, when I confronted when I presented Flatzoid with the fact that he allowed a viewer person on his panel to post an image of underage boys having a circle jerk masturbating each other. He asked me if that was just my PTSD coming through. That's how much of a piece of shit Flatzoid is.
So very simple, very simple question to ask. I have a circle here, right? I have a tangent, right, the red one,
Yeah,
another tangent, the blue one,
yeah,
and a third tangent, the
right,
orange one, right? On the blue here, at the point it touches the circle, I have a point here, C, a red point here, B, an orange point over here at this intersection of those two tangents.
right. That doesn't mean anything. That's a point in space. And the green point is the tangent point of the circle or the Earth in this case.
90, they're all at 90 degrees. And another point here on this orange tangent where that touches. So you have 3 points on the surface of this sphere, right?
Right,
3 points that are at equal distance from the middle point A, right?
right.
Now, I have made 3 tangents here, right? Now, which one, this is the thing. Let's focus purely on the points, right? Now, A is of no use to us, right? Because in
Right,
reality, we can't refer to A.
right. The center of the Earth has absolutely nothing to do with the tangent point, with the tangents on the surface. Nothing.
A has no relevance to us. It's not. It's a measurement of a sphere that never happened. It's pure.
But wouldn't you be uh, uh, reifying the sphere now? Isn't that what you're doing? Reifying the sphere? That's what Nathan Oakley says, right? You're giving an example of the sphere. So that means you're reifying it, right?
Purely mathematically based on measurements of a flat plane that did happen and do happen regular. So A has no relevance in
What flat plane? What flat plane? Our eye line? Okay.
reality to what level is. But A,
The imaginary flat plane at the height of the viewer in a theodolite, or when you're doing surveying, that's imaginary, Brian. It doesn't exist in real life.
mathematically, A, well,
You know, I wouldn't expect someone who believes that the Matrix is real to understand that.
sorry, point B, E, and C are at equal distances from A, right? And they're
Right.
all touching the surface at one point.
Right, that would be the definition of tangent at a of a circle. Yes.
of the sphere or of the circle at one point, the
Hmm.
surrounding the circumference. So as I move this, you can see it never stops touching it, right? The
Right.
same for it'd be the same for the red and the blue tangent or whatever, right? Now,
Hmm.
this is the problem.
Yeah.
Point B and point C are not level with each other.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are all level with the Earth. But of course, you don't say that two different points on the Earth are level with each other. You say they're level with the surface of the Earth. That's how you should have worded that, Brian. That's how you should have worded it. And you're using the wrong frame of reference to uh, reference your argument.
Point E and point B, or point C, I mean, are not level with each other, and point E and point B are not level with each other. So none of them are level, right, with each other.
Yes, they are level. They are just not level with each other. And by definition, a tangent is has to be level.
So level is no
All it takes is a fucking college refresher course in geometry, man, and you won't sound so fucking stupid.
point higher or lower than another, also known as horizontal. So
See, he keeps missing out on that second part, right? He keeps missing out on that second part.
none of those points are level with each other. They're all just equal distance from, mathematically, an equal distance from A.
That's level. That is level on the earth. You fucking moron.
But none of them can be level with each other because the
Right, on earth, no two levels are coplanar. Is that what you're trying to say? They're not coplanar with each other? See, they can't be because the earth is a sphere.
problem is that between B and E, right? Let's just say, just let me get a segment here, right? If I just go from here down to there briefly, right? This black line, what this black line
Means absolutely fuck all.
represents is a drop rate, a drop distance
Okay, and that's not important for any fucking reason in the world. Not important at all.
from the red tangent, right, down to the point at where the orange tangent meets the surface of the purple circle, right? So this, I'm just going to emphasize it a little bit, bring it up a bit, and I'll do that with it. So this black line, serrated line here, this represents a drop from G, right, right, down to E, right? So that means that that would be a three-dimensional thing. Now, I've already
What? Okay.
pointed out to our opposition that level is not three-dimensional, and this is the
Yes, level is three dimensional. Absolutely is. On a sphere, it is. Uh huh.
reason why. You can't have a situation where no point is higher or lower than another, yet you have a drop between B and E, right? You can't have a drop between B and E.
But that's not level at this point, Brian. It's level here. It's level here. And no point, and all points along this line are equal. All points. If you put a point here and then put a point here, it's going to have the same amount of drop, right? If you take this point and put it right here, it's going to have the same amount of drop. Yes, equidistant.
A measurable drop between B and E, and claim
I mean, boy, you don't know shit about geometry, do you? Nothing. You fucking don't know. You don't understand a goddamn thing.
that both B and E are level. They're not level with anything. They're at an equal distance mathematically from the center of a circle. That's it. Now, in reality, we don't have this circle. It's purely mathematical. If we treat this as a 395,
No, it's not purely mathematical. We've measured it, motherfucker. Is your height purely mathematical? Is how tall you are purely fucking mathematical? I guess on a base level, yeah, it would be because you can only have height with measuring height with math. So I guess that would be purely mathematical. But does it make you fake that your height is only mathematical? You dumb fuck.
main globe. That's purely a mathematical thing, all back engineered mathematically from flat plane measurements to
No, it isn't dumb shit. No, it isn't. No, spherical trigonometry is not a flat plane fucking measurement, dumb fuck.
Polaris. So we don't have
What? No, no, it's not. No, you're a dumb fuck. No, Polaris has nothing to do with spherical trigonometry. Nothing. But the angles to Polaris match the angle of latitude that you're at when you view Polaris, and that's fucking impossible on a flat Earth. Absolutely fucking impossible. So if you want to bring up Polaris, let's bring up Polaris, asshole.
A in reality. We have A mathematically, but we don't have it. We don't have any A in reality to adhere to.
Yeah, we do have A. A is the center of the Earth because we know it's a sphere. So yeah, it's imaginary in either case, I guess. Yeah.
We can only adhere to reality in reality, obviously, right?
Well, you don't live in reality, so everything you're going to say after this, ignore that.
So if E can't be level with B because there's a drop rate between E and B can't be level with C,
Right, they aren't level with each other, even in real life. They're all level, but they aren't level with each other. It doesn't matter what frame of reference you're in. Fucking dumb shithead. But tell me, Brian, um, planes that fly have gyroscopes. If the planes that fly in a flat horizontal path, right, that have a gyroscope installed, why does it precess when you're on a plane when you're flying? When there's no torque applied to the gyroscope. Why does it precess? Right? You're not doing this. You're not doing this. You're doing this. But it still precesses, Brian. Why? Why? What would make it precess? We know why it does in real life, but I'd like to know how it works in Narnia. Because in real life, the plane is going around a curve and the gyroscope is locked in 3D space. See, here's the gyroscope. Here's the plane. There's no precession. There's no unlocking or struggle against the locking in 3D space. But in real life, the plane does this. Oh, see that? See the gyroscope moving, applying torque to one of its axes. See that? That's what makes it precess, dipshit. And how can that happen on a flat Earth?
and
Sorry to digress.
C can't be level with E, and etc. etc. That means the only points on the circle at present, right? I'm just going to make this one a bit bigger, right? The only points at present in this diagram that can be level with B and our level with B is the
See, your frame of reference does not dictate what level should be on that circle. You dumb fuck. North is not up. South is not down. East is not left or right, and west is not left. You ignorant piece of shit. Until you learn reference frames and geometry, you're going to embarrass yourself every time you open your fucking mouth.
D and G, right? So level, remember, is no point higher or lower than another. Not no point further from the distance of a center from the distance sorry, not no point at a further distance from the center of a mathematical sphere or belief.
There you go, parallel to the curvature of the Earth's surface. And nowhere in that definition does it say a globe Earth belief. Brian, you're adding that because you're a dishonest motherfucker. You're a dishonest lying sack of shit. That's why you added that.
It's no point higher or lower than another. So G is no point higher or lower than B. B is no point higher or lower.
But that's not the points on the Earth of the tangent. See the point on Earth that has nothing to do with the definition. It's level at that point.
Than D, and D is no point higher or lower than G. So I can remove G completely, right? Right, and we can see that B and D are level with each other. They're the only two.
No, B and D are not level with each other. According to what you think perpendicular is level to each other. Is that what you think? That's what you just said, right? That's what he just said. First he says that's not level with that, and that's not level with that, and that's not level with that, and that's not level with this, right? That's what he said at first, correct?
Lower than B. B is no point higher or lower than D, and D is no point higher or lower than G. So I can remove G completely, right? Right, and we can see that B and D are level with each other.
No, they aren't. No, they aren't. They're not level with each other. This one's way off in space at 45 degrees. See, you have to draw the concentric circle that intersects this with this circle. See that's level. That would be level at that point, and you'd have to draw a perpendicular line. It would actually be parallel to this level. So you're a dumb fuck who doesn't know anything.
They're the only 2 points
I thought he was talking about this point and this point. So that's why I misspoke at first.
that can in this diagram that can be considered level with each other. So that means that, right, because B and E being an exact same, being an equal distance from A, means absolutely nothing. That's not what
Hmm.
level is about. Spirit
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It absolutely fucking is.
levels do not create equal distances from the center of a globe, right? Earth.
No, it measures equidistant from the center of the globe. That's what it measures. A level doesn't do anything except tell you where plumb is.
Uh,
What perpendicular to plumb is. That's all a level does. It doesn't set level. It measures it.
Bubble levels don't create that. Nothing. Anytime we refer to level in reality, we're referring to no point higher or lower than another. Which
Right. I've completely lost my Google fucking search box right here. And every time I fucking try and search, I get Bing. And I fucking hate Bing. So I gotta click on a link to take me into it. Fuck. And YouTube's getting to the point where halfway through a live stream, I'll try and comment, and all of a sudden my comments are getting blocked by YouTube for nothing, for saying hello or agreeing with the guy. That's that's all I'm doing. I hit period and it doesn't come through, but it comes through on my phone. So their desktop fucking software is fucked up, which doesn't surprise me. Level adjective. See, Brian, you're leaving out some shit there, buddy. Wrong one. Oh, that's vocabulary. That's the one I want. Yeah, see, you're going by the adjective, having no part higher than another, conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. Why do you keep leaving that part out there, Brian? Why do you keep cherry picking the first half of this fucking definition? Why is that, Brian? Are you that fucking pathetic, that fucking dishonest, that you have to fucking lie to even try and compete in an argument? Hey, Normie girl.
is B and D. For the opposition, where would I place a point?
See, you guys all rock just for being here. You don't have to give me money for me to tell you that you rock. I just want to put that out there. Just want to put that out there. Flatsoy just only says that his fans rock if they give him money. But no, you guys rock just for fucking being here. And I really, really appreciate that. I have to say that.
On this diagram, outside of along this red line, where would I place a point on this diagram that would be level with B if it's not on this red line?
Uh, be level with B. I don't know, anywhere on the circle. Anywhere on the circle. You can't put it on the red line because then it would not be parallel to the curvature of the Earth of this Earth that you've drawn here. You can't figure this fucking shit out.
If it's not along this red
Seriously,
line here,
man.
right, that's touching this circle at one point, if it's not along
See, every point past here is looking uphill, dipshit. If you keep your eyes focused on this line and you walk away from this point, you'll be looking uphill, dumb fuck. That's what you'll be doing.
that, where would I place a point that will be level with B? There is nowhere. There's nowhere else I can place a point on this diagram that will be level with B. Absolutely nowhere.
Right. That's what makes the flat earth false because anywhere concentric to this circle would be parallel, would be level. So,
Right?
and seeing as none of you assholes have ever come up with any measurements, a model or map of flat earth that works, why haven't you conceded yet? Because that's exactly what you demand of us, right? If you can't present something or we get something wrong, we have to concede all the time, right? Why don't you hold yourself to your own standards?
Because level is two dimensional, not three. There is no drop between one point and another because that would be a measured.
But that's not drop, dipshit. That's not drop. That's called level. You just don't understand, man. You just don't. It's sad.
Drop. So if we lived on a globe Earth, then there would be a measurable drop between B and E, what I removed earlier, where you,
No, there wouldn't be a measurable drop, stupid. Because we don't live in this reference frame out here. We live in this reference frame where this guy is, and this guy, and this guy. That's where we live. That's our reference frame on the surface of this sphere.
the the
Fucking
distance
dumb shit.
between uh, this tangent down to E, that would be a measurable drop. So that means this tangent and B can never be level. And neither can this tangent and E never be level.
Say what? Say level with what? With you out in space? No, it wouldn't. But of course, there's no up or down in space. Well, actually, from the words of the great uh, Ender from the Orson Scott Card novels, the enemy's gate is down.
Because there is only one point that you can refer to. Right? I can't refer to A, right, mathematically. In reality, I can't refer to A, right? So if someone wants to believe that they're standing on B and they want to believe someone else is standing on E, then that means both parties are not level with each other if they're
No, they're level. They're level, but they're not level with each other.
both believing they're standing on a globe. Because B can't be level with E, E can't be level.
Actually, let me think about that again. No, they would be level. They would be level with each other. Yes, they would. But but not from this frame of reference that you're looking at it from.
Level with B or
See, frames of reference is important, man. Really, really is.
C can't be level with E, etc., etc. Only D can be level with B.
I mean, I shouldn't have really had to think about it. All I had to do was fucking disagree with him, and I'd automatically be right. You know, because he's never right. He's the guy you want on point when you're doing any kind of maneuver out in the field, right? In a hostile territory, you want him on the point. You want him looking for tripwires and looking for the enemy, because you know. See, who do you want on? Who do you want running point? Do you want the guy that's always right? Do you want the guy that's always wrong? Or do you want the guy that's sometimes right, sometimes wrong? Which one do you want? And the answer is you don't want the guy who's sometimes right and sometimes wrong, because he could be wrong about that fucking that tripwire that he's coming up to. He could be wrong about that, or he could be right. You don't want to risk your life on a maybe. You don't want the guy that's always right to be running point, because the guy running point is the most hazardous job in the unit when you're just walking. You want to save him for better things. You want the guy that's always wrong, because there is a fucking unlimited supply of them. And if he says that there's no tripwire, you know that there's a tripwire. If he says there is a tripwire, you know there isn't one. So Brian's the guy you want running point. He's expendable and he's predictable.
Now, what I'd like to I'd like to know from our opposition through this video: can you produce
Your opposition, you mean intelligent people? You got a big opposition, man.
another point, right, that I can place on this diagram that will be level with B that isn't D? Or
Any place on that circle. Any place on that circle.
on the same level as D?
Yes.
Is there another point that I could place somewhere here that will be level with B that
Yes. On the circle.
that isn't D or along the same line? Now, I know there isn't.
You could also place one directly above B, because you could place one directly above B, because that horizontal line will be level with this horizontal line, or that tangent, that level, yeah, that level line at any point above here is going to be level with this tangent point, with this tangent line. So anywhere along this line and anywhere along the circumference of this circle.
But that's what ye have got to in our opposition to people watching this, because I have a ridiculous amount of opposition watching my videos. That there is no other point besides the within this diagram that can be level with B, and there is no other point within this diagram other than B that can be level with D.
You're an idiot. You really, really are.
Only D and B can be considered level. There is no other level.
I mean, I'm destroying them on this, and I suck at math. I didn't get good grades in math, and anything that's like right or left brain shit. I didn't do good in that. My mind isn't structured that way. I'm more into art, abstract thinking. The concrete is not my friend. Hated my times tables. Hated fucking math. Couldn't fucking quadratic equations, binomials. Fuck that shit. I did not fucking didn't understand it, but I eventually did. Took me a long time to understand shit like that. But I suck at math, and I'm fucking destroying you, man.
In this diagram, right? You can't have C being level with E, E being level with B, or any of those, or any of.
Actually, he's asking for $5,000 to debate him. I could give him 50 cents and just tell him no, that's $5,000, because he sucks at math. How the fuck is he gonna tell?
C and E being level with D. Only B and D are level.
Huh? No, they aren't.
There is no other place that I can place a point outside of this red line that is going to be level with B. That is an indisputable fact. It's an
No, it's not, dumb fuck. It's not. You're an idiot.
indisputable geometric fact. There is no.
No, you don't understand geometry. Hence, the bullshit you put up here. The only thing you understand about geometry is how to open GeoGebra. That's it.
Way out of that. No way. There's no way to place another
No
point
way.
within this
No
diagram
way.
of a circle with three tangents, right? There, where there is going to be a point that is going to be level with B, outside of along the same line that I've placed D, and the same for D. There'll be no point outside of B or along the same red line it's going to be level with D. So really a better question would be, where would I place a point, right, that's going to be level with D on this?
I think the bigger question is what grade of school did you drop out of? I'm guessing 8th grade, maybe 10th grade. Guessing 10th grade. I don't know what the age requirements are for dropping out of school are in the UK. Let's fucking check. How old do you have to be to drop out of school in the UK? In the UK, the legal age to leave school is the last Friday in June of the school year in which the student turns 16. So I'm guessing 16. Student must remain in education or training until they're 18. So I'm guessing 18 years old.
Diagram.
Because I mean, there's no way you can fucking think this shit if you actually finished school, if you actually finished an education. No way. Absolutely no fucking way. The dumbest kids in our fucking school understood this shit.
If not B or one along the same line. You can't. It's not possible. It is impossible to find another point on this diagram outside of this red line where you could place that point, or another place, I should say, that where you could place a point that's going to be level with D and B. There is nowhere else outside of that red line where you could place that point. So this nonsense form of opposition that's purely based in a religious belief, it's
Religious belief, I mean what you have? What you have? You religiously accept anything about flat earth without any critical thinking, just purely on faith. Whatever Nathan Oakley tells you is truth. You don't try and fucking debunk him, do you? You don't try and research and look up and fact check him, do you? No, you don't. That's a religion. That's a cult. Science is evidence based, not faith based. You dumb fucking dipshit.
all religious. It's heliocentrism, the religion of heliocentrism. Has people believing that E is level with B. They're not, and E is level with C. No, C, E, and B are not level with each other. Right? You cannot refer to them as a.
I mean, you can keep thinking that, but you're just humiliating yourself. See, smart people are laughing you, Brian. Intelligent people are laughing their ass off at you because you're so fucking stupid. And you're so proud of it.
level, but they're not level. They can't be level with each other. They're at equal distance from A, right? And A, in reality, there is no measurement for A.
Yeah, there is. There fucking absolutely is. The Earth has been measured as spherical, stupid, by several different methods. Eratosthenes, Al-Biruni, spherical trigonometry. What the fuck are you talking about?
There is only a calculation for A that's back engineered from measurements that are taking place on a massive plane where B and D are level
No, no, it isn't dumb shit. Stop listening to stupid people.
with each other. B and D must be level with each other for the back calculation of a measurement.
There's no back calculation, stupid. I mean, even celestial navigation to get to do a sight reduction use a spherical trig. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Right, referencing a massive plane where B and D are level with each other for that measurement to take place, so you can then back calculate an A. So you need D to be level with B.
Okay, so if the spherical Earth was back calculated from a flat Earth, then why are the straight lines of longitude on your model, your map, measured off in degrees of a circle? Why is that?
And B to be level with D, right? In reality, for for there being
I mean, how long is a degree of longitude? Like, what's the what's the distance of a degree? How many degrees am I tall?
for there to be a measurement that for you to mathematically come up with A can't exist
But
in
it
any way,
does.
shape, or form without D and B being level.
What? Man, he's lost it. He's completely fucking lost it. I mean, he lost it a long time ago, but I guess he's still lost.
Right? Very simple video. Anyone could understand it. If there's anyone who's brand new to this topic out there who don't understand what this is about,
Don't fucking listen to this guy. If there's anybody new to this, just fucking don't listen to this motherfucker.
because there may be some people. What I'm pointing out is that our opposition, right, the people who believe they're on a globe, they think that E is level with B and E is level with C, or that none of them are level with each other, but they think level is an equal distance, but based off an equal distance between.
We think that level is what the definition of it is, conforming to the curvature of the liquid parts of Earth's surface. That's what we think it is because that's what it's been measured as.
All these 3 points and A.
You think something else because Nathan Oakley told you, Eric Dubay told you, Quantum Eraser told you. See, that's what you think. You're relying on morons to give you truth, to present your truth, and that's a bad move.
Right? But you can't come up with A without B and D being level. So they must use level in its real sense, in reality, for what it really is, to make the
Mm.
measurements that they can then back calculate into a globe mathematically. Right? But D
Yes, very painful.
and B must be level with each other for A, as I said, to exist. So, one last time, can our opposition tell me, right, in the comments, please place it in the comments. I don't want to see 15 paragraphs. I just need where, right? There are all these different colors. You have an orange, right? A red, right? Orange line, that's a tangent. A red line, that you could call a tangent to this circle. And a blue line, that's a tangent to this circle. And you have a
Right,
purple circle with 3 straight lines from the center of that circle
right. Each of those purple lines represents vertical. That's what each one of those lines represents, up and down.
to its extremities, to all 3 points, C, E, and B. So you have numbers, you have colors, you have everything you need. I don't need a load of paragraphs, right, about nonsense, right? That it's
Dude, fucker, we've fucking told you this shit and you just don't accept it. Why do you keep asking? Why do you keep asking for answers that you're not going to accept, that you know ahead of time that you're not going to accept?
based in your belief. Just tell me where else outside of this red line that I can place a dot on this diagram, right, that is going to be level with B.
It's going to be
Or
level with B. So this is B, I'm guessing, the red dot. Okay. Anywhere above or anywhere on that circle. Blue circle. If you don't like the answer, I'll just leave it at that. Anywhere on that blue circle. I mean, I'm not the only one commenting, man. People are telling him, and he just doesn't fucking understand. He's not going to accept anything but what his bias dictates.
4D. Thanks for watching.
What an idiot. What a complete fucking baboon. Just doesn't understand shit. So here's, good Lord, you don't understand simple geometry. Nathan's like, excellent rebuttal. So I just asked him, how many kilometers in 350 meters? Didn't hear from him again. How much straight line makes a circle? Boy, that's intelligent. How much straight line makes a circle? So yeah, I mean, people are like telling him, and he's ignoring it. Here's one. Is that the same explanation requiring an azimuth bearing angle of flat Earth, getting an angle from a straight longitude to a curved latitude? Go away, liar. So yeah, level spelt backwards would confuse the average glober. We'll get to him in a minute. So yeah, as if you realize level and tangent are two different things, yes. So this guy here, John Carlton, you want to hear a word salad? Word salad from a wingnut? Here, here's this. This is his newest one. Or that's his home video. Yeah, it's as good as anything.
Which has
Now listen to what this guy says. I used to live in San Francisco, man, and I've never heard such wingnuttery from anyone there. This guy thinks he's like some deep philosopher, right? Some guru. And I know those are those funky toe shoes, but he looks like he's got fucking hobbit feet.
so you want to meet God. You're going to need the God molecule
The
to
God
do that.
molecule. Yes, you know that the God molecule isn't actually God, right? That's just something they named it to, I guess, do a bridge between creation and the Big Bang or whatever. But no, it's the God molecule isn't, you know, that has nothing to do with God.
It's one way at least. Certainly the fastest.
Well, I guess if you try and grab a God molecule, like step in the way and try and catch it, yeah, you'll meet God real quick. So
It's all a gift from God, but this is a very special gift. Within 10 seconds or less, you leave this dualistic mind, imagination state, and you are just transported into the singularity, which has nothing to do with this state here with your mind. You can't, there's no words when you enter this state. And the first time you have this molecule, it sort of rips your whole world view, all your conditioning, everything, every experience you've ever that's happened in your life. Within that 10 seconds, you are transported to another realm of infinite love and bliss that never stops expanding. And you can't hold it back. You can't hold on. It is just orgasmic. And without a doubt, it is God. What you can't imagine from this side. But the experience, if you call it an experience, when you come back, you'd call it an experience, be relative here. The singularity is a totality. There's no mind, there's no you. Just a cosmic download. It is just so, oh my God. Anyway, that's how I found my way home, and that's where I'm about to go back to now. Not an earthly home, but our true home. And you ever fear about death or any of those big searching questions we have, within that 10 seconds, everything is answered. And it's just known. You can't speak of it. And you come back here and you've got to chop wood. It's just how it is. That's fine. And boy, is it fun. Is it fun going into this. Scary as fuck when you do it the first time. But you just breathe. Relax as much as you can and receive. This is a giving back. All of us sitting here. So here we go. I'm trying to stay with it and stay conscious. And drift between the two states of duality and infinite love. Why wouldn't I want to return home? It is just...
I mean, seriously, this guy, and he's about to smoke DMT, looks like, so we will not be showing that. But yeah, it's just and no, DMT is not the God molecule. DMT is not the God molecule, you fucking moron. So yeah, it's he like takes ice baths and waxes poetic about that shit. He's just he thinks he's some like fucking philosopher guru guy. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, click on the YouTube, on the PayPal link if you can. Every little bit helps. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more bullshit from somebody. I'll do my due diligence and hey, Citizen 9, perfect timing. Sorry. And we'll find something for us to laugh at and review. So, yeah. I mean, they're just fucking hopeless. They're just not do not have a firm foot in reality. Don't have a firm grasp on the real. They choose to live in fiction. They choose to live in fantasy. So, hey, Normie girl. So, yeah. It's pretty bad. I mean, they're just hopeless. Just sad individuals. So anyway, thanks guys. We'll talk to you guys later. And as always, be seeing you.